here with political asylum. My dad, like, he had to go to special school for that, like, you know. But the thing is, like, my dad, when we came here, as you know, we immigrated to this country. Dude, do you know what my dad was doing? He went from working to the president, from having that job to working as a janitor. I remember. Then he was working in maintenance for the Marriott Hotel. Now he works for the port. But the thing is, my dad never was into the English language. Like, my dad is really, when my dad went to go apply, okay, so when my dad came here, he went to the sheriff's academy. So my dad is trained in Peru, and then he went to the sheriff's my dad went to the sheriff's academy out here and everything. But the thing is, like, my dad is just not into, like, letters. I mean, he's good at for weapons. He has all the, like, I mean, he knows, I mean, you know, obviously, I mean, he worked, I mean, you can't just be a basic and then work for the president. You need to know exactly, like, what you're doing. They don't just hire anybody. So the thing is, like, the fact that, like, you know, he had all this experience, and then when he went to go get a job in one of the prisons in California. It was like Supermax near Six Flags in California, like outside of LA County. He passed all the exams except the English exam. Then he went to go apply for a few other cop jobs, like to do like higher end, like, you know, like to work with, I don't even remember, like, but he just wasn't like into the English language. So there, oh, hi Piston. So there are people in United States of, the moral of the story is there are people that immigrate to United States of America that have a higher level of education, but for one reason or another, you know, it's like they can't continue to pursue that same career. It could be because of like a language barrier. It could be because of like maybe like citizenship status. I personally think that like anybody, oh, thank you. I personally think that anybody that received a higher level of education, as long as they know that like the English language, they should be granted the opportunity to work here as like, okay, so on Sunday, my Uber driver, he told me he was a teacher. Then he ended up being the principal of the school. He said the director of the school. And he said that he was, I don't know if he said Costa Rica or Dominican Republic, but he said that the system out there is awful. So he came out here and now he's working as an Uber driver. But if the guy was a principal of a school and he used to work as a professor, this man definitely went to school and received a higher level of education. And I think in the United States of America, we would definitely benefit, you know, from immigrants that like definitely receive a higher level of education in their countries. And there's nothing wrong with like, you know, at least allowing them to work in their field. You know, that's what they specialized in their country. We should also like, you know, grant them the opportunity to like work, like, you know, to do the same thing, because the level of education in foreign countries sometimes, especially if somebody has attended a private school, can be better than what they're receiving out here. It's just more, it requires a lot more work, and it's a lot more strict, and like the curriculum is a lot more rigorous. And, you know, we shouldn't be so like anti like immigrants, especially if we're having, you know, immigrants that are educated coming into this country. Like, it's, you know, it doesn't have to be all bad, but I feel like there's American people, like, not American people, there's, I would say more so along the lines of white, like, there's like white people in this country, they don't want to go to school, they don't want to do this, you know, they're working a minimum wage job, that's too much to ask for. They hate immigrants, they hate this. It's like, holy shit. Okay, so you don't want to do the job, you don't want to go to school, dude, seriously, at the rate, like, if you were our leader, we would be fucked. Oh, really? Do you guys see this? This is a mess. Okay. I'm sorry to hear about that. That's awful. I'm sorry to hear about your dad. I need to clean this whole thing up. Honestly, I just lost my appetite for my quesadilla. That's gross. I don't want that anymore. Wait, but in Greece, are they like Islam? Do they don't practice? Sorry, I was just thinking. Yeah, go ahead. Are you Russian? Привет. I just learned Russian. So there's a club that I recently got employed at, and it's all Russians. Somehow in America we have a Russian club. You know, you can communicate with me. Okay. I mean, if the Hispanic person is qualified to do the job, I don't think it matters. Well, I mean, here's the thing about Hispanic people. Hispanic people have very hard work ethic, especially like Hispanic people like that have integrity. Thing is with Hispanic people, they like to drink.